Welcome to the XYZ Summer Special. Over the last few months, we have been following Awan on her journey towards becoming a mum. This episode, however, is a bit of a different one. With the due date still on the horizon and not a whole lot of change from what we covered in the last episode, we thought it would be a great time to shine the spotlight on some of the other animals around the park. And of course, why not have some fun doing it? And although Awan's journey has taken a bit of a back seat this episode, it is still just as important as it has ever been. With the days getting longer and hotter, the keepers have well and truly got their work cut out for them. Tending to and making sure the animals stay cool, hydrated and happy is of the utmost importance. And each section is taking it very seriously, making what seems like endless amounts of icy enrichment, on top of completing all of their day-to-day work. For a lot of us, the hotter weather often means days at the beach, soaking up the sun with friends and family. But for the keepers at the park, it means making sure they are on top of caring for the animals in the climbing heat, especially on days such as today. With the temperature hitting the high 20s and early 30s, it is vital each and every animal is cared for. Of course, we want the absolute best for our animals here at Wingham Wildlife Park, so it's important they stay cool and hydrated whilst also still getting enriched. Luckily for the animals, this often means plenty of icy cold treats, water-based enrichment, and time to splash around in the pool. Let's check in with some of the different sections around the park and get a glimpse into some of the lovely treats they have been preparing, and just how our keepers keep our animals cool in the soaring heat. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the last episode and the rest of Xplore Your Zoo. Both are linked in the description below.
So this morning we've been giving out some frozen enrichment to our macaques. They've got some pipes and we've frozen their pellet in there, so it gives them an extra vitamin and mineral boost their pellet. So we've frozen that to give them a bit of a cool off. It's going to be reaching 30 degrees today, so we need to try and keep the monkeys as cool as possible.
Just making the chimps some frozen enrichment. So we've got some diluted squash that we're going to fill these containers with, and then hopefully in the morning we should be able to flip them out and they'll be like little frisbees, and we're going to put some seeds in them as well. So it's a really hot day at the moment, so this frozen enrichment will cool them down. It will also take them a while to melt, and then they can get the seeds out of them as well.
With the ice blocks prepared and set the day before, the primate team take to scattering the frozen treats within the chimp enclosure. Placing the ice blocks in a widespread area gives each chimp an even chance to get in on the action. And with a few smaller blocks dotted about, there was plenty to go around. And I think it's fair to say the chimps loved their frozen treats. Even baby Margaret got in on the action. The chimps aren't the only great apes taking part in the summer festivities. The orangutans are also getting involved. And with Awan expecting a baby, it's even more crucial the team makes sure she is cool and comfortable.
So today we are giving the orangs some of our creative enrichment. So today we're just giving them these little bottles. In them we've frozen some squash and some seeds. It's very hot now that summer's coming up, so we're trying to find many different ways to sort of cool our orangs down. They also have two very nice pools outside that they can sort of maybe go in to cool themselves off, but a lot of our orangs and all of our animals are getting frozen enrichment day. today to try and cool them down.
Unlike the chimps, the orangutans' frozen enrichment is a little more challenging. They have a number of bottles hidden around their enclosure. The tricky part is how they approach taking the lids off the bottles. But despite this extra level of difficulty, the orangutans make light work of getting to their icy treats. Their high levels of intelligence, strength, and dexterous fingers mean most challenges they face are met with ease. Both Belian and Jin were very eager to get stuck in, with Molly and Awan not too far behind. It's not just our primates that need cooling down. A lot of our other animals are also getting some icy treats.
Hiya, we're going to be making a ice lolly for our moon bears. So we've got our bucket and various goodies, hopefully with varying buoyancy. So we'll get started. And it's going to be a hanging one as well. So we've got a chain that we're going to freeze inside it so we can hang it up. We've got a pomegranate for them. I'm hoping these float a little bit, but I'm not actually sure. Okay. Ooh. Right, I'll just pop them in. Oh, they make a mess. Lovely. Oh, and I've got some apple. Cut that into little chunks. Fabulous. A few grapes. Oh, it's looking good. And then these I know float, so we'll have some lovely peanuts on the top of it, which is one of the bears' favourites. Excellent. Apples float. I know. Let me sink that in to the bottom. And then we just wrap that so the chain stays nice in the middle for us. And then I'll pop that in the freezer and it'll be ready to give out tomorrow.
With that, George is done preparing the icy enrichment for the bears, so it's off to the freezer, where it's left to set overnight. But there's still more frozen fun to be had. Our big cats are next, and it's one of their absolute favourites. On today's menu, blood ice lollies.
So we made some lovely blood lollies for our tigers and all of the other cats, which they really love, especially on days like today. So we're going to go ahead and give them out. So Georgia made this yesterday. It's a big hanging ice lolly, so we're going to hang it up in the enclosure for the bears to go out to. So it cools them down a little bit.
specially made ice lollies and ice blocks aren't the only way our animals keep cool on hot days. There are several other ways our animals have naturally adapted for the warmer summer months, from seasonal molts of fur, shedding off any unwanted or no longer needed extra fur, which animals like Ghost and Shadow, our Arctic wolves, and Reggie, our fallow deer, naturally do each year. There is also plenty of splashing around in the water. From Duke and Tora taking the plunge in their brand new pool multiple times a day, to Nando and Kathleen taking a leisurely swim in the lake. Our capybaras also love taking advantage of a section of that very same lake when they're not rolling around in their muddy wallow. And of course, we can't forget our Humboldt penguins, who love to show off their speed and elegance in the pool. Big or small, fur or no fur. On those scorching days, finding a way to keep cool is a matter of instinct. Our animals here at the park all have their own unique way of staving off the hot summer weather. For some, this is taking advantage of shady areas in their enclosure, or perhaps taking to the water. For others, this means using natural techniques they have evolved, like seasonal molts. No two animals are the same. And with the help of the keepers and the plentiful amounts of frozen enrichment, the hot, sweltering summer days turn into days full of fun, icy treats. And for animals like Awan, making sure they stay cool, hydrated and happy is a crucial part of the keeper's daily routine, especially with a baby on the way. Join us next time on Explore Your Zoo as we welcome Awan's little one into the park and see just how both our expecting Bornean orangutans take to becoming parents. Raising awareness and supporting conservation is key to securing the future of orangutans and other endangered and declining species, both in the wild and in human care. If you want to be part of their story, follow us on our social media accounts. Spread the word and help us make a difference.